Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our April webinar. I'm Caroline Bagga. I'm the founder of Mother Nurture Yoga and this group, the Pregnancy Village Australia. So tonight we're talking all about prenatal and postnatal massage. I love talking about massage. I love getting a massage even more. And when you're pregnant, what better excuse than having a lovely massage? I often get asked in our classes, I've got this ache or that ache, and I say, go have a massage, go treat yourself, because coming to yoga is wonderful and it definitely will help, but it really works hand in hand with massage. So I'm super excited to have Eva with us here tonight. Eva is a wonderful massage therapist and she's highly qualified in prenatal and postnatal massage. So I'm going to hand over to Eva to tell us all about it.
Thanks, Caroline.
You're welcome.
It's awesome to be here. As Caroline said, I am Eva. I run Fit For You personal training and massage, which is located in Castle Hill, so not far from Caroline. I've personally been doing massage for about 4 years now, and personal training for about 9. So I've been around for a while. I love what I do, and as Caroline said, who doesn't love a massage? Really. I wish I could do them myself. So I do a lot of massage, both remedial, Swedish, sports. I also do myofascial release and craniosacral therapy, which most people probably don't know what actually is, but that's not what we're talking about tonight. And obviously pregnancy massages. And then personal training as well, mostly body weight, because I really do believe in being able to move your body and use your body before loading it with weights. And as Caroline would know, doing the yoga, that you can really challenge your body in so many ways just using your body weight. So I really love that, and that's my passion. So today I'm going to talk about pregnancy massage, obviously having massage during your pregnancy. But before really going into the benefits of it, I want to start talking about what to look for in your therapist when you go to find somewhere to have a massage, because at the end of the day, just because you're a massage therapist doesn't actually mean that we're qualified to do pregnancy massages. We do have to do a special course that qualifies you to do pregnancy massages. So it's really important to ask your therapist about that before making your booking. You also then want to find out how they do their massages, because everyone is different and have different ways of doing it, as we all do. So I know a lot of therapists who do the massages still as you're lying face down. I personally don't do that. I do mine side lying and semi-reclined. The reason for that is, and I was also taught that way, but the main reason for it, I find, is when you lie face down, a lot of pregnant ladies can have blocked sinuses, which you also can get when you're lying face down, because everything is draining with the gravity. But also with the cushions that they have, where there's the hole for the bump, to make space for that, it can put a lot of pressure on the back, because you got the weight of the baby and everything, again, pulling you towards the floor. So that puts a lot of strain on the back. And most pregnant people that I know at some point have lower back pain of some sort, of some degree. So we're really aggravating that instead of actually making it better. The other thing is, then you have the massage therapist essentially pushing down whilst doing the strokes during the massage. And so then you're also putting a lot of strain on the abdominal wall. And any pregnant female are more prone for what we call diastasis recti, which is an abdominal split. That's a mouthful. So again, when you add that extra pressure on, we're even more prone to exacerbate that. And we want to avoid all of those problems, because they kind of come back and haunt you later on. So I do mine side lying, because it prevents all of that. We take all of that out of the equation. I find that it's more relaxing to be side lying and semi-reclined as well. So we're draining the sinuses instead of blocking them up. We're taking pressure off. And on my massage table, I've got my own cushion system, which is really comfortable, that really shapes around your body, as well as a memory foam mattress. So it really takes the pressure off lying on because sometimes massage tables can be quite hard when you're lying them for a longer period of time. So I've got a memory foam mattress, which is really, really nice. So everyone gets on there and goes, oh, yeah, and then they lie down and they're like, oh, I need this for my bed.
Yeah, I've done it both ways with the little hole thing. Yeah. And it was okay at the beginning, but then as my bump got bigger, it just became it's not even going to fit in that hole. It's certainly not comfortable.
Problem, isn't it?
Yeah. So look, it's whatever works for you. You might find you like it at the beginning, and then as you get bigger, it's just really not going to work for you. So
yeah, absolutely. It's definitely personal preference. Yeah. But it's worth asking, and you can go and try as well and figure out what works and what doesn't. Yeah. And at the end of the day, if a therapist say that they do it face down and you prefer not to, tell them. Exactly. If you still want that therapist to do it, they can just put a cushion and a couple of cushions around you to help you get in a more comfortable position, still side lying, if that's what you prefer. That's right. So
same thing as in the yoga class is what I say to you. You've got you're the only one that knows what's going on and what you're feeling. So it's fine to put your hand up and say, even if it's halfway through the massage, actually this isn't really working for me anymore.
Yeah,
can I just do it on my side? So,
yeah, absolutely. That's right. So it's really important to really communicate with your therapist. Also, when you make your booking, they should ask how far along you are in your pregnancy. Generally, the guidelines for the industry is that we don't do pregnancy massage in the first trimester, and that's because it's such a sensitive time in the pregnancy. And unfortunately more prone to have miscarriages during that time. So it's really just a precaution, both for yourself but also the therapist, to avoid that risk, potentially. So we do start doing pregnancy massages from the second trimester, and from then on, have them as often as possible. The more the better. No. So really ask your therapist, and they'll ask you how far along you are. Also, they will ask if there's any complications, so if you're in a high-risk pregnancy, or if there's any contraindications to massage in general. And that's just, again, for your own welfare, so that if there is any issues for whatever it is, we can organise a clearance from your doctor beforehand, so that you don't end up having a booking and then you come in and then you find out that, I can't have a massage, and then you walk out the door and is left disappointed. So it's better to clear that beforehand.
What kind of issues, Eva, should people be drawing to their therapist's attention?
Anything. If people have had miscarriages beforehand, it can be a good idea, because then again they are more prone to have miscarriage again. If there's placenta previa, so if there's any problems with the placenta, so yeah, exactly, then it's actually advised generally not to have a massage because that can again make it worse, or
even early on in the pregnancy.
Unfortunately. So there is a few things, but again, if you're not sure. Some people, there can be other things. If you got skin problems, any allergies or anything that's come on with the pregnancy, again, let us know, because then we can work around it or find a way. Or again, I'm always happy to communicate with your medical teams, be it your obstetrician or GP, and any therapist should be happy to do that. So all that will happen before you even actually really make your final appointment.
So when you get there, what happens?
So then when you actually come to your appointment, you'll start with filling out your health questionnaire. So again, we go through if there is any concerns or any issues. We look at if there's any varicose pains, whether there's particular pains, aches, anything in particular that you want more focus on, or areas that you don't want massaged. At the end of the day, a pregnancy massage is a full body massage. But I know a lot of people have come across a lot through the years that don't like their hands touched or feet touched or stomach touched, and in the pregnancy massage we do a abdominal massage as well, and some people can be a bit hesitant to it, but once they give it a go they actually realise that's really, really nice. But again, it's about being open with your therapist and really feel that you're able to, because it's all about you. It's all about you as the client and you being comfortable and relaxed. Excuse me.
I always just want my back done. I'm like, just do my back and my neck.
Oh, you're missing
Forget about
out.
my legs. My legs are fine.
Oh, you're missing out. Do all of it. Do all of it.
It's not that I don't like it. It's just that, that's the areas that I want focus on. So, yeah.
Yeah, and that's really great, and be able to tell your therapist that. Because you can still get the full body, but less on the legs,
exactly,
and more on the back.
Yeah.
I had one lady who was like, "Oh, that head thing you did last time, that was really good. Can you do like another 10 minutes of that?" I'm like, okay. Then you'll just get less on whatever. Yeah. So absolutely, everyone have completely individual preferences. Then we go through what will happen during the massage. So I'll explain to you as my client that we're going to start with lying on your left side, and then I'll massage here, down the back, down the legs, etc., etc. Then we're going to turn you over, do the other side. Then I'm going to get you to sit up or prop you up into a semi-reclined position, and then we'll do the rest, so that you're prepared and kind of know what's going to happen and what's going to go on, because you'll doze off and probably snore a bit and what have you, and that's totally okay. And I'll give you a little nod and go, okay, time to turn over. That's the worst part. I hate doing that, going, oh, she's asleep. But it's going to be done. But I find as well, doing the massage in the side lying position gives a lot more flexibility, both for you as the client, to move and shuffle a little bit to get comfortable throughout the whole treatment as well. But also for me as a therapist, I find I can really get around the hip joints and right into those aching the aching pelvis and lower back and everything much more than if you're actually lying face down or face up. Absolutely. So it's really good. So really, we all know that a massage is wonderful and relaxing and all of that. There are so many benefits of having a massage during your pregnancy, including not only do you relax, but also a lot of us get muscle cramps. I know I used to get so much leg cramps in one of my legs. So it can reduce that and help that blood flow. If you have fluid retention, as a lot of people have, swollen feet, swollen hands, swollen legs, it can really help reduce that as well. And it also takes pressure off, which means it also helps slow the progress of varicose veins that some people do get purely during pregnancy. Sorry. It can also relieve headaches if you have headaches, general aches and pains in your joints, muscles, anywhere in the body. It can also help constipation. When we do the abdominal massage, everything is moving with the baby, so everything is kind of pushed out and to the sides and what have you, to make room for the baby. So some people do experience constipation during the pregnancy, especially in the later stages. So the abdominal massage can really help with that, which is really good. We can also get a better sleep. Again, we're nice and relaxed, and it helps the body relax throughout. I find those who do start pregnancy massages earlier in the pregnancy, so once they're in that second trimester, and continue at a regular basis throughout, I often get the feedback that because of that massage, it can help to some degree with stretch marks, because you're working with the skin, you're moving the fascia, you're helping it make it more pliable, as well as really nice oils, so it's nicely hydrated and all that. So it has been shown that it can help with stretch mark. Some people are more prone, no matter what, but sometimes it can help if you're consistent throughout.
Talking about oils, if you don't mind me asking, there was a discussion in class the other day about what oils you should be using during pregnancy. Can you just tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. That is a huge question because it's such individual preference. There are so many different oils out there. I have a lady, for example, who's allergic to lavender oil, or lavender. So I've got an oil with lavender in it. Obviously, I can't use that. Some people come to me and say they just prefer natural coconut oil. I've got a really beautiful apricot oil. I've also got a oil from a place called Perfect Lotion, who does like a pregnancy oil, which got different essential oils in it, which is really nice.
And so these are safe for use during pregnancy?
Absolutely, absolutely. And
so you're not just restricted to the almond oil?
No, absolutely not. And I have people who don't like the almond oil. So I've got a few different oils in my shelf, and it's just depending on what your preference is, both in terms of smells, feel, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah.
Okay.
So it's a bit of a open question because there's no
but you
one
have got some
answer,
choice available to you. That's
absolutely. There's some choices, and depending on what you prefer and that. But yeah.
So there's lots of oils that are safe. That's good.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, as we know, the beautiful touch of during the massage can really help you relax and experience that change in your body in a positive way and an accepting way to feel good about the changes that are happening, and especially as you're growing, it's getting bigger and it's a huge change both in your body as well as in your mind. That whole mindset. I mean, I remember with my first one, Isabella, who's 7. I think about that. 7 now. And I was just mesmerised because it was the first one. It's kind of exciting. It was like she was like a little kung fu ninja in there, arms and legs flying all over the place, and I'm looking at my stomach going, oh my God, what's going on? Freaking out. Whereas my second one, Emma, being 6, there was not much going on. And it was really boring, and I just felt like crap all the time. So I found that pregnancy really hard because I was like, oh, I can spare she's coming out. So every pregnancy is different, but having that touch and helping with that relaxation and the hormones that balance through with the massage and everything can really help you accepting your body and your changes and everything much, much more. Yes. Which is beautiful.
And talking about the hormones, I get asked a lot, a lot of people in the class, ladies say to me in the class, I'm 39 weeks, I'm kind of ready now. They're talking about induction. I say, the best thing to do, just relax, forget all about it, go get a massage. It gets the oxytocin flowing, gets you ready for, we know that oxytocin is important for labour. So massage is so good for that, just gets you into the right hormonal state.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just recently I had a lady who came here for a massage. And I was looking at it, I said, oh, yeah, so when are you due? And she goes, yesterday. And I'm like, okay, we're 1 day overdue. Yeah. Awesome. And so I think baby came out.
Got into those points
about
on
a week.
The shoulder.
Oh, baby's still hanging for another week. But it helped her just relax and like you said, just releasing those hormones and balancing it all out, and her just feeling better about walking out of there going, oh, okay, yeah, I can get through another day.
Yeah. So you don't want to start until you're in the second trimester. How frequently would you suggest you get a massage in an ideal world?
In an ideal world. Every week. No. Yeah. Again, it's really individual for people as to how often they are able to come, but also what their needs are, if it's just purely for relaxation, because some people cruise through their pregnancies without any drama, not feeling great, everything's great. No aches, no pains. Don't know how, but anyway. And so it's really individual, but I do suggest if you come from the start of your second trimester, latest example was one of my ladies who started really early on, and she started coming every month. And then as we were getting closer, I think from about 25, 26 weeks, she then came after 3 weeks, and then she came after 2 weeks, and then right at the end she came every week. So in the beginning, it can be a bit longer. There's not as much pressure. There's not as much growth in that sense, physical changes. I find in the earlier days it's more the mindset of people, and that mindset of coming to figuring everything out, especially in first pregnancies when you don't really know what to expect. And then as you go along, you're growing, you're getting bigger, things are getting more sore, aches and pains, and everything is happening, and you just, the amount of times I hear beached whale kind of analogy coming in more often then, because then you also get that acceptance and feeling good about being big.
Yeah, which is lovely.
Yeah. So really enjoying that growth.
By the way, just to interrupt, we've got a few people joining us live right now. I know lots of people will watch it afterwards, but for those who are with us live, if you have any questions, go ahead and ask. Eva's happy to answer anything.
Absolutely.
As am I.
Yeah. Absolutely. Don't be shy to ask. We'll try and answer. So again, a pretty open question. People who do have problems, the one of my ladies, she had problems with her pelvis. So she did need it more often to keep on top of that and eliminating the pain that she was experiencing. So that really helped her. And
an hour and a half an hour?
I book, I know some that book in for an hour. I personally book in for 90 minutes, so an hour and a half, because it allows time to move over, turn over, sitting up, toilet breaks. About halfway through, quite often, 90% of my massages, pregnancy, can I go toilet? Absolutely. We know that they push on these little bladders. So we've got to make time for that, and I find to make it really relaxing to do a full body massage, you need that bit of extra time. So I book for an hour and a half. Yeah, give that extra time. So as I said, people book in and have massages right up until the end, if not overdue, when they sort of go, can you push those little buttons? Yes, we know.
Does work.
Often more towards the end, I sometimes also have the partner come in with their wife, in the sense just to learn how they can support you through the labour. Some hospitals don't actually accept therapists to come into the room during labour to give massage during labour. So that's really good if your husband or partner knows what to do. It can build a bond between the two of you as partners, but also for the partner to have another level of bonding with the bump and the baby, and give you that emotional support throughout the labour and the encouragement of it, and it can be relaxing in between contractions to have that little bit of massage and what have you, and it can also reduce the pain. So again, going as natural as possible.
It gives them something practical to do, right?
Well, that's right. It gives them something. This is my job.
Yeah, that's right.
So we can show the partner little bits and pieces of what they can do to help you, and then you guys can take that home, sort of play around with it in a sense of what is nice, what works, even position. During labour, what position are you going to be in if we get that choice? I wouldn't, but and what works and what doesn't, and you can let your partner know what's nice and what's not, so that he can be as supportive as possible. So I do that as well, which is really cool when the partners come in and give it a go. Yeah. They try.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so you've had your baby. Let's talk about postnatal massage, because this wasn't something that occurred to me until my massage therapist suggested you really need to get a massage like straight away after the baby.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
In some cultures, they have, it's got a really long foreign name that I can't ever remember, let alone pronounce, where they actually have someone come to their house or come to the hospital, or if possible, you come to them. With a massage every day for 40 days. And they start apparently from the feet and basically work their way up through every single day for those 40 days. And then finish with that full massage, and that's your finish, postnatal kind of thing. I'm not saying you're going to come every single day. But yes, it is a really good idea to come in as soon as you possibly can. Generally, it is recommended that you come without the baby, just so that you can focus on you and just being you. But we also know that a lot of new mums, or as new mums, we're not necessarily comfortable with leaving the baby straight up, which is fine. I've had many people bring their babies to the clinic because they're comfortable with that. It's still so new, and that's fine. The reason we say come in straight away is, again, that relaxation. It also helps, again, with oxytocin, which helps with the milk release. So it helps letting the milk, what do you say?
Come in.
Come in, that's it. I'm like bringing it in. Come in, that's right. So it helps with that. It helps, again, relax. It helps you feel good about yourself. And also, there's a lot of changes that are going on, both on a hormonal level, so again, balancing the hormones quicker. There's also, again, all our intestines, all our whole gut is going to reset itself and get back into place after having the baby, push it all away. So really resetting that as well, and bringing balance and calm to all of that as well makes a huge
helping
difference.
The uterus to contract and go back into shape.
Yeah, absolutely. So all those things helps on so many levels. And again, you might be sore, you might have a lot of tension from all the contractions and the actual getting the baby out. It's a big job. It's a big strain on the body to give birth. So helping resetting the body and healing the body straight after. And also the diaphragm gets pushed up with the baby, so resetting your breathing and actually being able to breathe properly. And as trainers and yoga practitioners and stuff, we know how important our breathing is, and correct breathing, and not have that shallow breathing. So resetting that and bringing that back. And that also helps your everyday life with, everyday life with feeling more relaxed around your baby, being more present, and being better, help coping with the everyday stuff and the sleepless nights and all the joys that come with a newborn. So it can, to some degree, I suppose, prevent somewhat of the baby blues and that postnatal depression, because we start feeling good, we start being more present and really resetting our body, which is really beautiful and really important. So I definitely recommend that you come in as soon as possible, really, with or without baby. It's completely up to you. If there has been any complications during the birth, if there's been a major bleed or anything major, then we do ask that we can communicate with your obstetrician to make sure that we're all on the same page and that it's okay to go ahead with a massage. Also, if you've had a cesarean, which is obviously very common these days, you can still come in for a massage. Obviously, we won't massage around the actual scar until it's healed. Once that's healed, we usually give it around 5 to 6 weeks minimum, and usually go for a six-week clearance anyway. Before we start doing that. But once it's healed and it's looking good and there's been no complications such as infections and what have you not, then it's important again to talk to your therapist about scar tissue release. Again, not everyone is trained in it. When you do your certificate 4 or diploma in massage, they touch base on it, but it doesn't make you qualified to actually do it as such. So speak to your therapist about whether they are qualified or not. As part of my myofascial release training, we did scar tissue release. And it can really help break up the scar tissue, make it more pliable, and it can help the scar heal quicker, better, and not as visible as it otherwise would be. So it can help with your all, which again helps with your all around well-being and your whole body coping with that.
It's really good to know. That's not something that I'd realised. So,
no, that's right. Not many people do, and not many doctors for any surgery, really, or any injury. Not many doctors and medical professionals recommend scar tissue release, which is a really shame, real shame, because it's so beneficial to have that, because it really locks up the area. Yeah. So then there's no movement, which then restricts movement, be it yoga or any exercise or your general well-being. It restricts the body on so many levels. Yeah. So definitely look into that and have that done. And when you do come in for want to book in for your massage after having the baby, it's again that whole sort of making the time, which can be really hard because we're so overwhelmed, there's so much going on. But there's a couple of things. Ask for help. I'm from overseas, so I don't have family around here, so I know how hard that can be. But ask husband, friends around you. I mean, we're lucky around here that there's so many mums, school mums, daycare mums, Facebook, what have you not, that you get to know. So really ask for help. Or again, as I said, bring the baby along. Also, picking the time for the massage is around come to revolve a little bit around the baby's sleeping patterns and eating patterns and all that. So when you do come in, ideally, baby would be fed, fresh nappy, the checklist has been ticked off, and they should be happy and content, and hopefully we'll get a little bit more time out of that. But babies are unpredictable. There's been a few screaming sessions during a massage as well, but that's okay. At the end of the day, they can lie with you on the table. You can feed them during the massage. We find ways and positions of making that work, or we take a little quick break, or whatever needs to be done. We make it work.
Yeah, that's a good thing about newborns. They fall asleep at the boob quite quickly.
It's a beautiful pacifier. Yeah, absolutely. So you know, people often get scared that, oh, my baby's going to scream and it's going to be this, and oh, how am I going to make time? Try not to worry about it. Just do it, and we'll work it out. If your therapist is good, it's okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter about the baby screaming. We'll make it work.
Well, get them to come to you. Like, that's really, I've got 3 little ones. I've found it impossible to have a routine or to book an appointment. It's like, I don't know when is a good time because we have no routine. Like, it's fairly usual to not have a routine, at least for the first 12 weeks. Yeah. So ask your therapist if they can come to you. Like, that's so much easier. Then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to pack. You can just go, here, husband, hand over the baby, go have your massage. Yeah.
Or at least the kids are in their comfortable, known environment as well. They have their own toys, books, play area, whatever. They might still run around. They might still scream, but it's in your own comfort. Exactly. So, absolutely. I'll ask if you can. Yeah, definitely.
Do we have any questions before we wrap up?
People
joining us.
Everyone's being shy.
Yeah, well, that's okay. If you think of any questions afterwards that you'd like Eva to answer for you, then just jot them down in the comments below, and I'm sure Eva would be more than happy to answer. We'll also get Eva to drop her contact details below in the comments in case you're interested in booking a pregnancy or postnatal massage with Eva. She's locally based in Castle Hill. So I'm sure you would be more than happy to accommodate you.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Awesome. Any questions, don't be shy to ask. If you don't want to ask on here, send me a private message, because I know sometimes we can kind of go, I don't really feel comfortable with that. Send me a private message. That's not a problem. I'll answer them as quick as I can. I've got 3 kids at home too, so yeah, we all know it gets hectic at times, but I will get to it as soon as I can.
Oh, well, thanks so much for everyone for watching and joining us. I hope you found this useful, and we'll be back next month, the beginning of May. We've got a nutritionist joining us, Rachel, who's going to talk to us all about nutrition during pregnancy and postnatally as well. So that's going to be another good session. So we'll see you then if we don't see you before. Thanks again, Eva.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for listening, watching.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.